Alright, so I've had a bunch of people ask, and by a bunch I mean two, ask what settings I used to get the film look that I was trying to achieve in one of my earlier videos. And I promised I'd make a video on it, so that's what I'm doing here. I've got the Canon T5i, and to start off, I run it at 24 frames a second. Conventionally, that's what the cinema frame rate has been, so I go over to menu, and looks like we were already on it. That guy, movie recording speed 19 frame or 1920 at 24 frames a second. That's what I use for that, so I'm gonna OK it. And then the rule of thumb is you're supposed to use twice the shutter speed of what your frame rate is, or 1 over twice it. So at 24 frames a second, it'd be 1 over 48 frames, or 1 over 48ths of a second. But we don't have that, so the closest one we have is 1 over 50. So I'm going to put it there. And then for the film style, kind of that out of focus blurry thing, I'm going to have my f-stop as low as possible, which I think mine goes down to 3.5. This is an 18 to 55 millimeter kit lens. And that's it, pretty much. Well, I guess the other thing is in focus, I keep it on manual focus. And that way I can purposefully have things come in and out of focus to give it kind of that dramatic effect, I guess. Other than that, I record my footage, and then a lot of it has to do with what I do in Adobe Premiere on the computer afterwards for color correction and color grading. And we will go ahead and jump to the computer right now. Alright, so I'm in Adobe Premiere here, and I've already got a video clip of me from another channel I've got imported, and I've drug a piece of clip in here where I'm taking a drink of some water. You can tell right off the bat that the outside of my head is sharp and the background's blurry, and that's kind of the look I was going for. And that's what takes using a smaller f-stop or a larger aperture to get the shallower depth of field. But so first thing I do is I want to create an adjustment layer so I can add the effects onto that and then turn it on and off and see what progress I've made. So on the project film or project area, I guess, I'm going to right click and new item, an adjustment layer, and it's already got the settings that I had in there. And I'm going to drag it over top of my clip and stretch it. Alright, so anything I can do to change this up, I'm going to add to the adjustment layer, so I'm going to highlight that. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a three-way color corrector. So I'm going to search for it here in the effects panel. It comes up with a three-way color corrector, and I'm going to drag it onto my adjustment layer. And then in the effects controls, while that adjustment layer is highlighted, is where I do the work. On the input levels, I'm going to bring these in. Bringing the black in makes the blacks greater, and bringing the white down. So I'm adding contrast here. I might even go a little more extreme with it. I don't know, right there or so. And then in these wheels here, if you look at a lot of films, the shadows often have kind of a blue look to them, and that's what I did in the other film. So I'm going to take this guy, and for the shadows right here, I'm going to drag it to the blue section, about right there or so. And then, so the sun was coming down here. It doesn't look super much like it, but the sun was hitting my face, and it was kind of a sunset. So I'm going to make the midtones and the highlights an orangish color. And not too extreme. Maybe that one will bring clear up there though. So I'm going to see what I've got here. So I'll click the little eyedropper from that to that. I think the blues might be a little, or the blacks might be a little too much. And I just kind of fiddle with things until I think it looks cool or whatever. So let's play that part. Yeah, looking good. I'm going to click the adjustment layer on and off while running that to show what the difference is. Now that's off, that's on, that's off, that's on, off, on. So you can see that just from this one effect alone that you can make quite a big difference in your footage. And that's pretty much what I do to achieve the film look. If there's anything I missed, let me know in the comments below. If this was helpful, go ahead and like this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot of tutorials, unboxings, and reviews coming ahead. Thanks for watching.